When you are manifesting from your ego, it is rarely with a good outcome. And this is why. In today's video, I want to talk about the difference between manifesting from your ego as opposed to manifesting from your heart. And the reason this is so important for me to share, which is based on a client conversation that I had this week. Now, the outcomes will be completely different for you. One will be, let's just say, a lot nicer to experience than the other. So, how you know the difference and the importance of this for you to experience the outcome that you do want is what I'm going to be talking to you about today. So, before I go into that, I'm Natalie and welcome. If you are new, it's lovely to have you here. And for those of you coming back, as always, it's an absolute pleasure. If you have not already subscribed to my channel yet, then please know your support on my channel means the absolute world to me. I do offer a variety of self-study workshops, masterclasses, advanced healing programs, either with me or self-study options with one-to-one time with me too, 1 hour one-to-one time with me too, for you to be able to manifest anything you desire, including dedicated healing solutions to uncover your subconscious beliefs, those limiting subconscious beliefs, to rewire your neural pathways. And I also have a members only channel on YouTube called the Badass Manifestors Community, which is an all-inclusive, beautiful community with beautiful souls in it, with now over 21 months of unseen content for me. So everything that you need to know can be found in the links below my video in the description box. All the links are there or in my bio. Okay, let's get to the video. So I want to start with an explanation about what the ego is. So the ego is often described as the false sense of identity, and it is shaped by your thoughts, your beliefs, and external influences, and your past experiences. And it creates an image of who we think we are, but the image is not real. It is not the real us. It is just something that we believe is real. Living from the ego often leaves us feeling very disconnected, which is not very pleasant. And it also drives us to feel very insecure, competitive, and then seeking need for a validation too. And it can lead to stress and anxiety. The ego is basically the part of us that feels the need to prove who we are and protect our image. And it gets defensive if we get challenged or judged, often making us react with anger, pride, or fear. So the ego wants to be recognized and admired, and it feels threatened when things don't go its way or when we're not getting the validation that it craves. But the more we try to feed it, the emptier we feel, because the ego is never fully satisfied and always wants more. So another way to describe how I have felt in the past when I was in my ego was that I felt dreadful about myself in every which way you can imagine, constantly looking externally for things and people to fill me up, to make me feel better, holding on to anything, even if it wasn't right. In this state, I've had anxiety through the roof, sleepless nights, panic attacks, and I have felt so goddamn needy and desperate for things. I felt lost, that I didn't belong. I felt worthless and a feeling of missing, constant missing. I was living in a lack mentality, and that is how it felt. And this was so painful because I saw myself as lack. And then when I couldn't get the things that I thought I needed to feel good, it just got worse and worse and worse. And it hurt so much. So now I have explained this in the best way I could and included my experiences of when I was acting from my ego. The only way I could learn to control this, so I no longer acted from my ego as much as I possibly can, is when I chose to heal myself from what had shaped my ego in the first place. You see, when you are manifesting from your ego, you're manifesting from all of that trauma, those negative beliefs, negative feelings, negative past experience, negative thoughts, negative self-concept. You are manifesting from a wounded person that has been extremely hurt and is in a lot of pain. And so the belief is, if I can manifest them or it or that, you have a belief that this will then stop you from feeling the pain that you are experiencing. That when you receive what you are manifesting, then you won't feel pain anymore. So let me use a relatable experience of mine with you all. When I was manifesting an ex-specific person back years and years and years ago, I remember that we broke up a lot, but my goodness, the pain of not being with this person, the emptiness, the loneliness, the lostness, the anxiety, the desperation, the neediness to be with him was off the scale and it felt awful, like beyond awful, just awful. And all I wanted was for him to come back so I no longer felt this pain. Not that I saw it like that really then. I just wanted him to come back and then the world would be right again. That's what I thought. When we are back together, I'll feel so much better again. So, to make this clear, I thought to myself, if he came back, my world would be perfect. I would feel amazing again, and all that pain would go away. I wanted that gap, that missing feeling, that unbearable feeling to be filled. And I thought that was the only way, I didn't know any other way that this would go, is if I got something outside of me to make me feel good, also known as an X specific person. This is also known as looking outside of me to validate me and my worth by filling my cup outside of me, which is what so many of us do without knowing it. The only thing I wanted was him back for the pain to stop and for everything to just be perfect again. Not that it actually was, but in my mind, I was telling myself that. Okay, so now let me get to what happens when you manifest from this lack mentality. When you feel lost without it, anxious, desperate without it, needing it so desperately, in need of that or it or them. And based on how manifesting your desires works, your outer world is a reflection of what is going on within you. So if, like me, then you have beliefs of not feeling enough without them, or not feeling whole without them, or not feeling accepted, or not feeling loved, or you see all of this doesn't suddenly go. It doesn't suddenly go away when you manifest them. It's still there because that's still you. You are still that person, and this is still then going to be reflected to you from your outer world in how you see yourself dominantly and how you are then experienced by others and your specific person. You will attract in them what you dominantly see in you. And this is exactly what I did time and time and time. And each time we got back together, it got worse and worse and worse. That hole, that missing feeling was growing even more, and the pain I was experiencing and how I was being treated in that relationship got worse and worse and worse. And so did my reactions. It was horrible, a horrible, painful experience to go through. Each time I went back, I was slowly feeling more destroyed as a human being. But guess what? I could manifest him back. When I chose to focus on healing instead from my past, to release unwanted stories and beliefs and assumptions I had about myself, because I just couldn't cope with feeling like that any longer. And I got to a bad place before I got to that answer. I was able to open up my heart. I became the version of me that, whilst I still have desires to manifest dreams into my reality, I had let go of the ego mentality. And I came from a heart space that knew fundamentally I was enough with or without anything. I was whole. I was complete. I was lovable. I was adorable. Either way, with or without it, I fell in love with myself and I became someone that I'm so proud of. No more seeking validation for others to make me feel good, knowing that I feel good with or without it. Things become nice to haves rather than needs to have. So if you want to check out any of my coaching solutions that are dedicated for this inner healing, so you can show up in the world manifesting from an open heart, from your truth, your true authentic self, then check out the links below this video, in the description box, or in my bio. And if you do have any questions about this, you can DM me on Insta or email me at natalie@thepenniesdrop.com. But check them out first, okay? So manifesting from the heart is a totally different experience. And let me share why. It kind of aligns to what I just shared, really. You're no longer manifesting from a place of hurt or lack. You are manifesting from knowing that you're enough, wholeness and completeness, just as you are. You've become the love that you seek, which, as I explained earlier, when you are dominantly in this space, embodying this as your truth, then this will then be your experience of yourself and how others are then experiencing you, how you are experienced by others, including your specific person, and understanding that you are everyone as you pushed out, the Neville Goddard concept. You will have now, from an open heart space, shifted from that old ego identity to one that now sees their worthiness, their value, and their enoughness. And your reflection will be this in how you are treated and experienced. And like I said, including with your specific person, you will feel a sense of Nothing inside of you needs filling up anymore by anything external because you've finally become enough just as you are. And this is when you attract back what you are, because that's your dominant reflection. People seeing you as a valuable, worthy, enough, whole, and complete person just for being you, all of you. It is in essence, this is you coming back home to the truth of you, the wholeness of you that you always were, that you were born with. So now you're in your heart space and you're manifesting from this beautiful new identity, this new transformed and healed identity. No more lack, no more missing, no more grasping or needing or desperate energy. You will experience that outside of you. This new identity will create a new reality from your new identity inside of you. So if you're manifesting a specific person or new love or friends or whatever it is you want to manifest, it's going to make it so much nicer and so much easier to do this from your heart being open and from you feeling this wholeness and this completeness and this enoughness within. With or without any of that, because people will effortlessly then reflect this back to you and how they treat you. And the outcome that you desire will be aligned to this new identity that you have shifted into. This will be drawn to you. So I work on my self-concept, on my self-love practices, my spiritual practices every single day. Every day I dedicate to them because I never want to lose this feeling of seeing my worth and my value and my enoughness. I never want to revert back to that old version of me that's desperate and in so much pain because it was horrendous. And I also want to continue to become a better version of myself, a better person for myself and for you and for the world. So now you know why I talk about healing so much in my videos and the importance of healing and why changing your self-concept through dedicated daily inner healing practices to rewire your neural pathways is key to being experienced as this whole and complete and enoughness person that you are, this amazing soul that you are, no longer being treated less by anyone. When you focus on a dedicated healing practice, you manifest from a place of wholeness and your experience is then reflected to you in the people you meet and interact with. Your vibration is off the scale, magnetic, attractive, and it draws these opportunities and people and specific people coming your way, promotions, the salary, the financial abundance, the success, the love, new or like I said, specific person. They all have to reflect this to you, as this is now your dominant story, that you are standing in your true authentic self. You have come home finally when you're from your heart space. So as I said, if you want to find out more about these healing options, and have a look at the links in the description box below my video or in my bio first. And if you have any questions about any of them, then please DM me or email me. So I have the self-love workshop, Beloved Advanced One-to-One with me, or the self-study. I have Rewired, Beloved One-to-One, or the Breakthrough Journey. There is so much there, you guys. So whilst you can manifest anything from a lack mentality, a hurt mentality, but as I know, and the proof of it, it doesn't work. It is incredibly painful too. What you will attract will not complete you. It will not complete you. You will also only be treated as you dominate believe you will be, based on your ego of thoughts and beliefs. So the only way you can feel truly satisfied about anything that you choose to manifest is when you heal, when you open your heart, and when you see yourself as enough, whole and complete, just as you are, with or without the desire, which then makes it so much easier for that desire to come in bigger and better than you can possibly imagine and to keep it. So it's that deep inner feeling practices that have transformed my self-concept and my life and continue to transform my life as I dedicate to them. So when you choose to start your healing journey, the practices in time and with dedication and discipline, your heart will open. You will open your heart to seeing yourself as someone that is love, that is enough. And when this becomes your dominant belief, you will feel it within. Even if nothing has shifted outside of you yet, you will feel it real within, that this is who you are and who you were always meant to be. It is spiritual self-love daily practices that will in time transform you within, and anything outside of you will feel is enough. You feel satisfied within your own skin, and therefore, as a byproduct, create an acceptance for all you are. Such a beautiful place to be. When you learn to manifest from your heart, you become a powerful manifester and you manifest so much faster too. And this is why, because you are no longer attached to the desire as you were when you were manifesting from your ego. You are aligned to the desire vibrationally, enjoying, immersing, embodying the feeling of it already being with you. And because of this, you create this space for it to then manifest effortlessly and so much more joyfully to you. So, no matter what you manifest, it actually doesn't matter if it comes or not. That's a place of being detached because you are enough with or without it, whole and complete and no longer desperate for it. And then it comes. This is what happens to me too. You see, I am dedicated to my healing spiritual practices daily, and my belief is to always be as much as I can in the state with my heart open as opposed to it being closed and coming from my ego. So, whilst I manifest things, I don't have a need for them anymore. I'm still enough with or without them. I'm whole, I'm complete, so complete. I'm whole, I'm complete. And no matter what I desire, I know that I'm enough with or without it, which makes it so much easier for me to feel that desire. You know, I am love, I am enough, and I'm good. I am enough. And being attached for me is suffering. And that is how I see it. When I need something, I am in lack, and I am then unintentionally allowing myself to needlessly suffer. When I'm in a place of detachment from anything that I desire, I'm free to still see my worth and value, no matter whether I have it or not. When I'm in this heart space, manifesting from my heart, healing heart, knowing that I'm enough, whole and complete, amazing and gorgeous, just as I am, life is so much more effortless. So much more fun, so much more peaceful, enjoyable to live because I am now just reflecting myself to me. So when we are manifesting from the ego, it does not feel good at all. When you are manifesting from your heart, either way, you are good. You are enough. It is an ease, a peace, like I said, a calm place that you live in. No matter what the outcome, when you know who you are by releasing the ego, those stories that are controlling how you feel, and you are shining your bright light to the world, no matter what you have or not, you know that whatever you desire and what you fundamentally desire will be meant for you. I've absolutely loved sharing this with you all today. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if I can help with any of my coaching solutions, check them out first. And then if you have any questions, you can DM me. As always, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I will be back very, very soon.